Hello, what's going on? This is Dave going live, ready to ride, ready to go, ready to have victories, ready to be the best that I can be. Are you ready to be the best you can be? Or are you being the best you can be this fine day today? It is May 4th, 2022. Who would have thought this year is going by this fast? Who would have thought that we would be in a situation where there's a global embargo, a war, and other nefarious acts out here in the world? But this is what it is for what we have, and this is that it's just comical. It's comical. It's comical. One of the things that is interesting is that you have to stay yourself and be the best that you can be, whenever you can be, and however you can be, and that makes great sense. Now, down in the bottom left, you can, if you would like to join the conversation, there's chat.restream.io /Facebook for our Facebook group, Dreams to Reality. And just follow the instructions there and you'll be into the chat. So let's get on with it. And hello to everyone and blessings to everyone. And those of you that are listening and those of you that will be listening later. Um, Peace and mindset go together. Three, to do it in triplicate or triplication. Every day you wake up and there is a way to have a victory. So, what this podcast is talking about how to continue that and to triplicate. One of the ways to do it is split your day up into sections. You can do one section, you can do three sections, you can do four sections, you can do five sections, and so forth. One of the best things about it is that you can do it according to you. And that's what it means to be greater because you're doing things that are conducive to you. And that's how you become great. And that's how you keep moving forward, one step by one step by one step. The best part is that as you do it, you become more positive. You become more of a force to be reckoned with accordingly, especially when you're on a positive way. So that's why your mindset, your opportunities, they all go together. The reason being is because they're intrinsically linked. So if you wake up every morning with a negative mindset or a mindset that's not conducive to moving forward, and you're in your bad frame of thought, or like we like to say, your repetitive mind, then your thoughts are limited. Rather than your thoughts being global, your thoughts are limited. So you're shrinking your brain power down here. So these are your thoughts within this parameter. So now, as you go through the day, that's how you're thinking. You don't have any solutions. You have our negative vibes, and people feel that. So, what you back to you. That's just the way it is. It's been proven time and time again. What we like to say is stay in your creative mind, and then you can do the things that you need to do. And if you stay in your creative mind, one of the situations is that as you move forward, you just keep getting more and more positive as the day goes on. That's what makes it great. That's what makes these podcasts great because we want you to be in your creative mind. And so we give out strategies. So, what we've done in our group in Dreams to Reality, we've also created a new album called Opportunity Mindset. And all of these podcasts will be in there, the opportunities series. So, we're going to quantify it for you doing that. And now we're going to move forward. In order for your mindset to grow and your opportunities to appear, then one of your situations is that you got to stop looking in the rearview mirror. You got to look for today and forward, because all you have is now. And right now, we are living. And are you living in a life of abundance that's conducive to you? And are you living a life of abundance that is going to move you forward? Abundance can mean whatever you choose it to mean. It could be health, it could be wealth, it can be money, it can be family, it can be no stress or limitation of stress. Everyone is different, but yet everyone's the same. The difference is how your mindset and your mentality operate to create your opportunities. Now, if you go to work and you work for someone, it's fine. Just know that you have to work within their company culture. So, if that presents a negative for you, but it's what pays your bills and gets you going and allows you to live a certain type of lifestyle, then you have to adjust and you have to work within that particular culture. Now, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, then you have to set your parameters and protocols accordingly. And then if you're an entrepreneur and you have people that work with you, then you have to give them parameters to be able to use your systems, especially if you have digital, online, that type of thing. So, what makes everyone great is how they get up in the morning, and do they wake up with positive vibes that can drive you. If you're a person that is not a morning person, which you'll hear people say, which some people say is true, some people say is a misnomer. Well, accordingly, as long as you have positive vibe, get up, that negates a lot of those same things. The best things in life are the things that are going to move you forward in your intellect and your mindset. So they're all the same. It just depends on what you call it. So when you wake up with victories in the morning and you constantly do that every morning, and every morning you got victories before you leave the house, apartment, condo, whatever it may be, then guess what? You're going out into the world and you're putting out into the world positivity. So that can help alleviate your stress in a great manner, because no matter how stressful the environment becomes, whether you're working at work or you're working from home or you're working online or whatever the case may be, it just takes you to the next level. So you're already prepared. That's why we this whole podcast, a series, these opportunities and mindset go together. And this is why this is the number 3 one today, the triplicate. Because wow, what we're saying is, okay, we gave you tools in earlier podcasts. We gave you some tools. Okay, at this point, where you should be is using those, got them from this podcast, or you got them from somewhere else, or you thought of some things, them all together to make them a combination thereof to move you forward. Remember, you only go as far as you can see. You're trying to get past that horizon. So the farther you see, the farther you're able to have strategies to move forward. And as you're moving forward, those situations and instances that are not conducive to you should naturally fall away. You don't have to force anything. You just got to be positive every day. Positive every day. Positive when you get up, and say you have, I don't know, 10 victories before lunch, five victories before lunch, one victory, two victories, whatever the case may be. It just means that you're, and that's when you say, okay, I'm going to have more victories, or I'm having victories. And here we go with the tenses again. So as long as you keep your mentality and intellect and mindset in that frame of mind, there's nothing or no one to stop you. So no matter what your faith is, this is the commonality of being here on earth. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, they can't stop me in my way. No matter what they do, what they say, they can't stop me in my way. No matter what they do and what they say, they can't stop me in my way. That's the triplication. That's the continuous contemplation. So when you go to lunch today or take a break, think about how much more you can accomplish with being positive and looking forward. One has had situations in life that have forced their life to go in different ways. The whole key is to be you and to understand and to accept and to move forward and take those lessons with you. Don't take the issues with you, take the lessons. Okay, this happened. Okay, I was hurt. Okay. What was the lesson? What was the blessing? And why did it happen? Once you can figure those things out, you realize that a lot of those was just to get you to get on the right path. Like we say, you're going here. Sometimes you're going to step this way, you're going to step that way, but you're always coming back to that center point, which is that knowledge that you've attained over your years, and that knowledge make you blossom and groom yourself into a better person. Like we say, you just need to take one step in the right direction. So we're going to narrow that down. Take one step in a positive direction that's going to be beneficial to you. So that way, at least when you're going, if you get those thoughts to go this way or to go that way, you can stay pretty much close to your life path. Right now in our society, in a lot of sectors of our society, younglings are getting those strategies. Sometimes because the parents don't know, sometimes because that's the educational system, sometimes that's what they see on, media. Sometimes it's just they were born into that. The whole purpose of being here on earth is to find out what it is that you can do to be of service. Now, you can be a rich person or a wealthy person, you know, money or time. You're a person and give your time. It's neither here nor there. The purpose of living is unfettered heart. So if you're running around with a lot of issues, they manifest themselves in your body. And when they manifest themselves in your body, they cause health problems. And this is what society we live in. Everywhere you go, you wake up, bad food, bad air, bad attitudes, bad topics. Watch the news long enough, and you'll think that the world is coming to an end. when in reality, the world is going back to God. And this is a very important point because we want to eliminate the negativity within our lives and we want to eliminate the negativity in our brains so that it doesn't keep hatching every day all over again. In order to be better and to be great and to reach that excellence is you have to get focused on you. And one way to get focused on you is to wake up and have small victories every day, all day. You can't beat that. And it's actually free. And that's the interesting part about it is that it's free. When you love yourself, then you can love someone else. But when you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else because when you have a closed heart, love can't flow in. And when you have a heart that's laden with issues, you impose those on a significant other. So this is why you want to unfetter your heart. Get rid of as many issues as you can so that you don't have that anxiety. You don't have fears. And fears is just you have to let go. When you let go of those fears, now you can jump hoops and take that walk of faith and grow wings, whatever it is that's going to move you forward in a little bit faster pace. But just being human, you're going to run through the gamut of emotions. And you're going to have things that happen that don't really have to do with you. Excuse me. Because once you move forward and once you be forward and you still live for now, because waking up, you're having victories on a daily basis, no matter the week it is. You're having a good time as far as for yourself. Every day I wake up, I'm rolling through and I'm having small victories and they're adding up. And then you're on your march to your goals. You're on your march to your way of life. You're on your march to having a great day. There are going to be days where you get tried, and there are going to be days that are not conducive to you. But it's not that they're not conducive to you. You got to change your mindset and your mentality, and you got to adjust them accordingly so that you can stay on track. And it's a trying situation, and sometimes you have trying situations with an S. But who cares? Because as you go through, as you go through, you'll start realizing that the best things in life are the things that you can do that are within you because everything's within you. No matter what you want to accomplish, it has to come from you. Now, you're going to be faith based. You're going to say your situation's there, and that's going to help you. For those of you that are not faith based, then you got to find a way to get yourself motivated. So you use your faith to keep you on track. And then you use your victories so that you can openly see and openly have what you need. And those victories will give you your toolbox. So you going into your toolbox. Okay, this morning I got up, I made my bed up. I said something nice. You know, I did my continuous contemplation. I worked out. I stretched out. I did things that were going to make me be better as I go. And that's the part, being better as you go, so that you're living for now and you're determining your future. That is the key because as you live day to day and you reach goals every day and you got victories every day, then your future is always bright. Here's a scenario that is a livable one. Okay. So don't take it personal. Don't take it whatever it is for me. I'm just a messenger, y'all. All right. So say you wake up one morning and all the bills that you have in life are chasing you. And as they chase you, you wake up with this on your mind. And this is a common scenario. Get a call, email, snail mail, whatever it is. So instead of worrying about it, just understand, okay, as long as I got income coming in, I'm good. And in business, if you're an entrepreneur, as long as I got a contract out there, I'm good. And if I got contracts with an S and I'm plural, then what am I worried about this little bill? Because I'm looking at it. And we went over this in one of our earlier podcasts. So we're looking at it as a possibility. Okay, this is just a matter of negotiation and then payment on what I have to do, whether it be my basic living or things that you have in within just being in America, whatever state you're in. So as long as you got a contract out there, paycheck coming or access, then you don't worry about it because you know it's going to get paid. So you don't want to put those facial lines on your face. You don't want to you don't want to do that. So instead of stressing about it, think about it holistically. Think about it, okay, this is where I'm at my budget. This is where this bill comes in. This is where how I'm going to pay, and I have a strategy for it. So, in a lot of states in America and globally also, but particularly America, you got to have more than one stream of income. That's just bottom line because you're not going to make it. No matter if you're a high value earner or a low value earner, you got to have multiple streams of income. And the reason why, because every time there's a contingency that comes up, you don't have to stress about it. You just know, okay, well, we just signed a contract, this and that, or we're getting an extra paycheck. So that's why in this particular podcast, in this particular form, that's why we created jobsai.work. That's why. So you can go and work online or any other job you want. It's a couple of million jobs in there. Okay. So, and that's why it's geolocation based so that you can see in your area what's available, what's not. And it has other ways in there to make money also. So that's great. So a lot of people were emailing and DMing me about some things with that with TexasAI.work. Well, this is a situation. When you're ready to move forward, the tools will appear. And when you're ready to learn, the teacher will appear. That's how it works. So within our podcast, we wanted to be of service. So to be of service is the thing to be because now we're offering value and we provide value the world over, no matter what industry it is. That's how it goes. The best way to get your opportunities and mindsets together is to start off every morning with good victories. So they don't have to be a lot. They just got to be enough. And then as you progress through those victories, you add more tasks. And when you start adding tasks and you have victories in those tasks, before you know it, before 12 noon, all of a sudden you've got victory after victory after victory. Back some years ago, the Army used to have a commercial. I wish I could probably find it, where they said they do more before most people do before 9 a.m. That's what makes them an army. That's what makes them great. That's what makes them able to move in the environment. You have to take that mentality. Now, no offense to people that served in other armed forces. I'm sure all the armed forces are like that. Just that the Army had a commercial years ago. So that's how we look at it. And our men and women in uniform, I congratulate them and thank them for our service. And the reason why I say are is because we're one country with one heartbeat. And their service, we thank them for their service because we don't know what personal sacrifices they had to make to be there to represent us and to fight, die, and move through those environments, dangerous environments. So we salute you guys and gals and animals in uniform. So small victories equals the culmination of reaching your goals because you got to take steps. So when you can do that every day, you start reaching your goals. And you hear a lot of people say, okay, if you reach your goals, you haven't set high enough, set the bar high enough, which is true. But you got to start somewhere and you got to have the first of many goals that are set and reached and surpassed. Nobody knows how far you're going to go in life but you and God. It's up to you to reach those heights. It's not up to me. When you're on a team, it's up to us. When you're in a faith, it's up to everyone or us. When you're having difficulty, you have to have people that you can lean on. But you don't lean on them with negativity. You lean on them with your positively, and you ask for them to maybe give you a different perspective so you can move forward. And that's what this podcast is all about. We're like your other conscience. You know what I mean? So if you want to conjugate that, we're like your other consciousness. Okay. So we're just saying on this podcast right now, we want to make sure that the value from looking at this podcast is of service and to be where it needs to be. Those of you that have told me, you like gave me a negative vibe. Well, and I told you that I do the podcast because it's something that can help a lot of people and also helps me. So, and it can help you. So, take what you need from this podcast. Whatever you don't need, toss it or put it in another, another lockbox in your brain. Because remember, the only people that are going to push you are you and to push you to be greater and to push you to be great. That's what we ask for in our community. And the reason being is because there is a lot of people in the group. So, and the group's growing slowly but surely. So, I want to make sure that the value and the value proposition is always prevalent, no matter what. So, with that, it's time to leave and go to create some more victories today. I have about 10 or 12 on the horizon just for today. It's funny, huh? So, but I know that these victories are here and this is what I do. So, I want to thank you for listening and I want to thank you for being you. And I also want to tell you what I want for myself is what I want for others. So, be blessed. Have a great week. Keep doing you and keep it positive. All right, now.